Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Afif bin Muhammad Nasir. Today I'm will talking about social penetration theory. Social penetration theory, it describes the role of disclosure in relationship development, focusing speciality on how relationships functions in developing relationships. In developing relationships, people use self-disclosure to increase intimacy and try to get closer to certain individual. Social penetration progresses through several stages to develop relationships. The onion model serves as a framework for describes the process of social penetration. In other words, personality structure as a multi-layer onion. The onion have many layers. Each layers need to be peeled in order to reach the next layer. Peel the outer and you will find another beneath it. Remove the next layer, and you will expose a third one, and so on. Regarding to this theory, one should really alert and careful when expose their private information. The more we disclose ourselves, the more we expose, and the higher the risk we will face. Our privacy will become easier to being manipulated if the information leaked to the wrong hand. Somebody should not possibly tell about our inner problem without thinking twice. As a Muslim, we need to recheck the news as we need to recheck the news or information that we obtain for a good sake. Allah said in Surah Al-Hujurat, Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu in ja'akum fasiqun binaba'in fatabayyanu an tusibu qauman bijahalatin fatusbihu ala ma fa'altum nadimin. The meaning is, oh, you have believed, if there comes to you a disobedient one with information, investigate it, or you will harm a people out of ignorance and become over what you have done regretful. In order to encounter this problem, one should not possibly tell somebody about their private information, and by checking and observe the news that seems curious, will end up in a better situation.
Depth of penetration. The depth of penetration is the degree of intimacy. Brief refers to the various phases of a person's life, such as work, family, community, and hobbies. Deep pertains to the details concerning each of these areas. The outer layers of the onion represent superficial information about a person, such as physical appearance and speech. The deeper layers represent more intimate information, such as the person's thought, feeling, and relationship with others. As a person self-discloses to a friend or partner, she peels away the outer layers of herself toward exposing her core nature.
One of the social penetration is social exchange. Social exchange is a process of negotiated exchanges between parties, and is also a relationship with behavior and status controlled by both parties, evaluation of perceived rewards and costs of interaction with each other. Social exchange has been divided into three concepts. Firstly, through relational outcome. Secondly, relational satisfaction. Thirdly, relational stability. The first concept is relational outcome, which means the perceived rewards minus the cost of interpersonal interaction. The second concept of social exchange is the comparison level of a relational satisfaction, which means it plays the roles when the other or imagined outcomes being contrast. Lastly, the comparison level of alternatives, or also known as CLALT, of relational stability, is a concept that the relationship has been stable. Both of it have the relative values which are going in determination as we rely to the people itself, if the person willing to become a vulnerable in one and each other have a deeper feeling. It has been related in Surah Al-Imran, which means, and hold firmly to the rope of Allah altogether, and do not become divided. And remember the favor of Allah upon you when you were enemies, and He brought your heart together, and you become His favored brother. And you were on the edge of a pit of the fire, and He saved you from it. Thus does Allah make clear to you His verses that you may be guided.
Ethical reflection, Epicurus' ethical egoism. The meaning of ethical egoism is the belief that individuals should live their lives so as to maximize their own pleasure and minimize their own pain. So this shows that everyone will do their best every day because they want to always have a wonderful and happy life, and then they will try to avoid getting through the pain every time of their life. Social penetration is also referred to as psychological egoism. It is because everyone will daily motivate themselves through self-interest, as every day they will be motivated to always be successful, beautiful and great. So they will gain joy and reduce pain. Besides that, Epicurean call for egoism such as selfish concern. They will always have anxiety for selfishness every day. They will try to do fun things and stay away from the pain. Because to show themselves great in the society. Therefore, the moral advice for Epicurus is they consistently reflect their belief. Their words are spoken for their own benefit, not ours. Dialectic and environment. The meaning of dialectic is social relationship. Has characteristics such as openness, contact or closeness, and closeness or separate between them. So that means for their beliefs that the tension between openness and closeness result in cycles of disclosure or withdrawal. After that, one of the factors in social penetration is environment. Sometimes the environment guides our decision to disclose. It's because a good environment will lead to wise action and decision, while a bad environment will spot thoughts. This is shown like some students in ultimate study crafted a dorm room in environment they welcome others, such as they keep their doors open, invited others to visit. So in their wall decoration promoted mutual self-disclosure by showing multiple facts of their identity. In conclusion, just like verbal disclosure, environment disclosure can vary in its brief.
Lastly, the critic. Social penetration is an established and familiar explanation of how closeness develops in friendship and romantic relationship. But this theory also has many critics. One of the people that give critic is Petronius. She said that sometimes she thinks it's simplistic to equate self-disclosure with relational closeness. It can lead to intimacy, but person may reveal private information merely to express oneself, to release tension, or to gain relational control. This theory itself is inseparable from a number of criticism. There is a criticism that states that often a relationship is not intentional or predictable beforehand. There are times when we are forced to quickly familiarize ourselves with someone and we have no other choice. The theory is not able to explain this problem. That's why there are many critics about this theory.